Howdy and welcome back to Celebrating Vintage Model Kits. We're going to finish up our Wood Week with a couple of built models that I have in my collection. I did not build these. I have never tried to build a solid wood kit, but I am thinking about giving it a shot. But I thought you guys might want to see what some of these could end up looking like when they're completed. And so over the years, I've acquired a few of these. So these are a couple of ones I thought kind of gave a good impression for what these could look like when they were completed. I do not know the origin of the kits for these. They may not even be from kits. I think the Typhoon might be from a kit, but this Wellington may not be from a kit. It may just be, something that somebody carved out of wood on their own, but gives the impression of what these kits would look like when they are completed. So let's take a little closer look at them. So we've got a Hawker Typhoon here, and this feels like it's probably balsa because it is fairly lightweight. Fairly nicely detailed, and I think this may be coming from a kit. It does have what appears to be a vacuum formed canopy. I don't think this is an injection molded piece. I believe this is vacuum formed. Could be wrong. You do have these exhaust pieces on the side here, a little further back than where they were on a Typhoon, but it looks like these could possibly be injection molded as well. You do have a nose piece here for the propeller hub. Does have little holes where possibly props were at some point, and this could possibly be a plastic or injection molded piece as well. We do have what appear to be some solid clear pieces in the wings for landing lights, and do you have, if you can tell in there, there's a little bit of rudimentary representation of the cockpit inside there, just kind of a deeper cut. Get some sort of representation of maybe the exhaust out of the rear of the radiator intake, kind of the wrong position. You do have some openings here for landing gear and also for the tail wheel, but no gear doors, no gear. Looks like there possibly could have been some gear pinned through here, and looks like maybe inside here there might have been something pinned in there, but there is a spot here for a stand. So not sure if it had the full gear, if it had the gear and still on a stand. I do like that they put a little piece of cardstock, it looks like, maybe to represent the carburetor scoop in the radiator. And it gets the overall pretty good impression of a Typhoon. Not the most accurate one, but pretty nicely done. It does have some airfoil shape, and the fuselage has got compound curves and everything. You do have some decals being used for the markings, very simple. And looks like actually the stripes might be decals as well. Not accurate stripes, but stripes nonetheless. I think those are decals supposed to be painted. So that's the Typhoon. Next we'll take a look at the Wellington, and this is in hardwood. You've got some fairly rudimentary shaped engine nacelles. I think pretty accurately shaped fuselage. And the wing planform looks pretty close to what I recall of the Wellington. It is got a bit of an airfoil on the top surface. The bottom is just straight flat. And same thing with the tail. The tail has some airfoil to the top and flat on the bottom. Vertical does have some airfoil shape to it as well. And you can kind of see how the wings were put in. We saw this in one of the other kits of, you know, kind of putting the wings in and then plugging it. And that was also done for the tail, it looks like. And then the tail, the vertical, is just slid into a slit. You've got some RAF markings, which appear to be most likely glued on paper as opposed to decal. And then somebody's used ink to represent ailerons, tail control surfaces, cockpit, nose gun position, tail gun. And there's some sort of writing on here which I cannot make out. And this is probably the original string that it was hung with. Hung probably in some kid's room, or maybe in a ready room in a squadron. But overall, you know, it kind of gets a good impression of the Wellington. So that's it. I think both these appear to be close to 72nd scale. So these could possibly be, you know, from a kit, maybe one of the spotter series of kits as well, because most of those were produced in 72nd scale. So if you've got built solid wood models yourself, definitely send some pictures in so we can share it with the rest of the viewers. This is something that I don't think a lot of people get to see. So if you do have some of these yourself, if you wouldn't mind taking some pictures and sending them in, we really greatly appreciate it. The email address is in the channel description, celebratingvintagemodelkits@gmail.com, and we'll include it in a future viewer build video. If you built it yourself, please definitely let us know that was your handiwork. If it's something you collected, you know, let us know that as well so we can designate that in the video. Well, that's about it for today. Thanks for watching. Hopefully you appreciated Wood Week. We'll probably do some more wood kits. Most of the kits have come from my dad's collection. He still has quite a lot of wood kits. So we'll be interspersing, you know, some wood kits throughout the series of videos that we're making. Maybe do another week again, you know, later in the year, because they seem to be surprisingly popular kits. So that's about it. Thanks for watching, and have yourself a great rest of the day.